Sorry about the delay, folks. Welcome back to now Warmachine Wednesdays, temporarily, until we get Armored Core 6 put out. All three endings. Let me shut the arena. There we go. So, previously on, we got through the first ending, which is the destroy all the coal ending, or genocide ending. Xenocide ending. Anyway, you light Rubicon on fire again, and it's your fault. And Air isn't happy about this, and she's basically like, we could have attained a kind of symbiotic fusion never before seen. I thought we had done that, but clearly you didn't, and I'm going to have to destroy you. And I proceeded to spend an hour and a half on a boss fight that honestly wasn't that hard, because all I needed to do was remember I had to go full b-ball battler mode and put on the wheelchair legs. And she got dunked on, as is appropriate. So then we move to New Game Plus, which is where they start throwing little curveballs in there. One of these curveballs is an expansion on the arena, as well as some new missions and sub-objectives within certain missions that I'm going to have to pay a little bit of attention for, or keep an eye out for. Structurally, this game is pretty similar to prior entries, bar 5 and Verdict Day, in this regard. 5 and Verdict Day are a bit more linear for the story, but that's because they had a much heavier emphasis on clan/guild multiplayer play, which was very interesting. If anybody played Chrome Hounds, that's kind of how it worked. It was fairly similar to that in terms of there's a world map with takeable objective locations, you build bases, etc., and you sortie to either attack bases or defend areas, that sort of thing. Quite a lot of fun. Some great 2-on-2, 4v4 action. Basically the best multiplayer that Armored Core has ever had. And I say this in all earnesty. It was very good. It was a very well-rounded experience. 5 and Verdict Day also had some interesting systems regarding how weapons would come out. Basically, there was a crafting system, and there was a certain degree of randomized variability in how the stats would roll. And you could get a rifle and make it one of the rifles that would do, say, some amount of... You could adjust fire rate. You could get a variant that was fire rate oriented. You could get a variant that had higher effective range. You could get a variant that, say, made projectiles that went faster. That sort of thing, or had other stats. Or more damage but less attack rate, that sort of thing. And you could trade those within your... you could trade those around. At least in Verdict Day you could trade them. I'm pretty sure you could in 5 as well. So it was pretty neat. It was pretty neat. Also meant that there were always money sinks. So you could always buy weapons, or you were constantly buying new weapons to get different results. Alright. Structurally, this game resembles probably 4 or 4 Answer the most. 4 Answer, honestly, if you play 4 Answer, you come to realize that basically every one of the popular FromSoft games, I'm talking to you, Soulsborns, in terms of structure, took basically every note from that. Particularly Elden Ring, and once you see the comparisons, it's really hard not to, in terms of how the decision-making process winds up working. The overall game flow is rather different. Obviously, Elden Ring is this open world type affair where you find otherwise fairly hidden NPCs and canoodle about with them, whereas this one is more like, whereas 4 Answer is, well, you're going through the game and there's different choices offered to you based on how many times you've gone through the game and what choices you took previously. Pretty much like this. So, that's my TED Talk.
Integration program initiating phase 1. by engaging the Mind Alpha model in virtual combat.
So we're gonna go bully the Mind Alpha virtual model.
Commencing analysis.
Main system activating combat mode.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to choose like a missile build just to fiddle with it.
Target destroyed. Concluding analysis. Well done.
Sorry, chap. I don't think that's going to be good enough. Alright. 18 seconds. Pretty good. So that's the Mind Alpha build. Also got its logo, in case we want that. It occurs to me that these have arena entries as well, and I need to read them. Integration Subject 51-001K. AC Mind Alpha. Integration Program Phase 1. As part of its mercenary support initiatives, AllMind conducts its own research and development of AC parts. This particular research exercise concerns the extension of human sensory capabilities. Through a process of continuous improvement, AllMind will create an AC that, to the pilot, feels like an extension of their own body, thereby further cementing the general sense that in the world of Armored Core 6, extreme human augmentation and direct neural uplinks to the machinery is not just common, it's downright expected. Whereas in everything before 4, that was kind of like, it was getting more common, but it was still kind of like fringy. You know, like, oh, that's a little weird that you decided to give up your entire human meat body in order to get better at doing giant robots. But by the time 4 Answer rolls around, it's like, well, in order to pilot, in order to be a next, and to be in these super advanced Armored Core type devices that are the next generation, of Armored Cores, you basically have to be a brain in a box because of the G-forces involved, but more importantly because of the way Kojima particles interacted with everything, which were that game's really, really nasty energy stuff. Kind of like Coral in this, except I don't think it was ever implied to be sentient. Just incredibly bad for your body. So this is Phase Alpha 2, Analysis Subject 51-011AL in the Trainer AC. Integration Program Phase 1. As part of its mercenary support initiatives, AllMind also provides a beginner's program for new mercenaries. Many mercenaries have benefited from the trainer's guidance and successfully flown from the nest. AllMind monitors the progress of trainees in order to further improve the program. I'm going to switch to a missile-focused build. Change that to Zins plus needles. Needles. Alright. I need to make a missile spam build, so give me 1 sec here. I don't really like these. I really don't. They're not terrible, but You don't feel especially satisfying to use. What's the fire rate? Reload time, 3 seconds versus 4. Yeah, these reload faster too. Still, these are idiot-proof, and until I get a better missile system, they will just have to do... Where's my 12-pack? There's my 12-pack. There we go. And most importantly, I need to change the FCS. Make sure I've got one with high multi-lock. High missile lock, rather. There we go. We only need regular missile lock. And we don't care much about aim assistance because the missiles are going to do the work, theoretically. And we're going to go to AC design, AC data, Macross. Nah, you know what? Tano Circus. Much better. Alright. Oh, let me go to OS tuning and pop some points into fuse control. Probably go for explosive weapons and then energy weapons and then everything else after that.
Integration program, Alpha 2. The next sample is the trainer AC. This will be integrated into Mind Alpha. Commencing analysis.
Main system activating combat mode.
Disadvantage of going with a missile build is it is kind of hard to get the timing right to actually capitalize on direct damage. So instead we're just kind of chipping away at him instead of really hanging hard. I feel like these missiles might be on. That took forever. We're not doing that again.
Target destroyed. concluding analysis. Well done.
Enemy ACs are fairly good at dodging missiles. I was actually firing a bunch of salvos off without properly locking on, which is my bad. I like that they gave a trainer emblem. I approve. Alright. So we ought to have explosive weapons. All set. I don't know why I added a B there. Arena, there we go. Looks like there's fewer. There's fewer fights, but I guess if they're worth more for us OS2 points, so it's fine. So this is Phase Alpha 3, Analysis Subject 51-012AL in the Tester AC. Integration Program Phase 1, Final Analysis. As part of its mercenary support initiatives, ALLMIND also provides sample AC assemblies for beginners. For pilots who are not augmented humans, it can be extremely difficult to reassemble an entire AC and immediately adapt to it. ALLMIND strives to create a future where all mercenaries can enjoy a near symbiotic relationship with their ACs. See, now this is the part of the game where arena fights would start having builds that outright cheat and are impossible for the player to make. But other older AC games also were fairly restrictive pre-Gen 4.
Integration program, phase 1.
And you had to make hard choices.
The next sample is the Tester AC. This will be integrated into Mind Alpha. Commencing analysis.
Main system activating combat mode.
Easy work. I actually could have probably done more if I had
The data will be integrated into
done
Mind
a boost
Alpha.
kick into them.
Thank you for your assistance.
seconds, that's pretty good. Very nice. Making headway. Mostly glad to get more OS2 points, as those are rather beneficial.
Incoming comms.
Thank you for your continued support. Your testing has identified several key points for improvement to Mind Alpha. The evolution of ALLMIND will not disappoint.
Alright, let's get fuse control tuning. Now explosive weapons are as good as they're going to be. Leaves me with 3 points left over. I can pop a point into repair kits, or into energy weapons, or get weight control and forget about it. Any of the above will do. I'll get weight control. Being able to drop your items when they run out of ammo is not necessarily a bad thing, he says, as apparently the world decides to burn down. Alright, what missions do we have? Oh, right. This is the one that culminates in the... Yeah, I'm going to stick with my current loadout. I'm not going to go ham trying to find every single hidden enemy. I don't think that's going to be strictly necessary. Alrighty.
Here's the request from Balaam
Excuse me.
Industries. They want you to carry out an advanced survey of the central ice field.
Oh, I just
Confirm the
realized I don't
information
care.
Walter brought.
I can skip that. I have to remember not to skip that on new
Let
missions,
me handle
but
getting us into the grid. I'm fairly adept at analyzing systems and manipulating them too.
I do find it kind of fascinating that the Corallians,
Infiltration to grid 0H6.
coral energy intelligence beings,
Creating backdoor into system.
are
Main system activating combat mode.
our electronics are an open book to them.
Let's head toward the elevator going to the upper level.
You did not die. Okay. Oh. Oh, jeez. I got thwacked here. Alright, now I get to deal with Invincible Rummy.
Who's this tourist? You think you could just waltz straight in here? Hope you're watching, boss. Oh, mad stuff!
Hostile AC destroyed.
Looks like you're having fun, tourist. You know, RAD loves a good welcome party. Come on in, and let's get acquainted.
How curious. Let's take her up on the offer, Raven.
That was
I've gathered
goofy.
data on the woman from that broadcast. Leader of RAD, the formidable Dozer faction. She joined them 3 years ago, bringing with her a crew of junk wizards and hackers. Within half a year, she seized total control and greatly expanded their operations.
the life of me remember how to get up there. Oh, it's back here. I'm smart. Oh boy. Wild. I forgot to hit repair at any point in time. That was real intelligent. I'm going to tweak my loadout here so that I'm not stuck using Zims. Don't get me wrong, they're strong as hell, but they're not very high utility. That's not true. They are very high utility. Instead, we're going to swap to... See, I could do melee, but that's going to be abjectly useless against the boss. I do not want to live that lifestyle. That'll do. It's not ideal, but it'll work.
Looks like you're having fun, tourist. You know, RAD loves a good welcome party. Come on in, and let's get acquainted.
How curious. Let's take her up on the offer, Raven.
Much better.
That was Carla, leader of She joined a few years ago, bringing with her a crew of junk wizards and hackers. Within half a year, she seized total control and greatly expanded their operations.
I don't know where this lift is going, but we're riding it. Oh. Comms record. Dozer ravings. Comms record extracted from a wreck. Appears to be a leftover log of chatter between allies. Those coral mealworms, they're just kinda, bunch of crap is what they are. A teeny tiny shot of coral diluted all the way down until there's damn near nothing left. No one's getting high off that. That's why we're different. You gotta take Rubicon's blessings raw. Oh man, there's nothing like it. Damn right. Hits your brain with a pop and a sizzle. Casual reminder that the coral are sentient beings. Oh, thank you, elevator. You're too kind. Also rise faster than my thrusters do. That's good. I'm gonna take out the toy boxes over here. Oh, it's up higher. That's why I can't find it. Shot. I'll also start buying out the rest of the arsenal. Man, having a better scanner for this mission feels very, very nice. Oh, jeez, that bazooka just killed it out, man. Did not have to mess around. Gonna slowly take care of these things. Well, I'm also gonna go deal with what's his face. Like so.
I've got you now.
Affiliation as an independent mercenary.
I don't owe you a damn thing. You've made a big mistake coming here. You gotta put that shit to work. Every last credit.
Do you have money
Hostile
payout
AC
for that?
destroyed. Let's move on.
I'm seeing money payout come out. I guess he's just there for the combat data the first time you fight him. However, what we do have to do.
2 repair kits remaining.
Video record, the collector's last words. Video record extracted from a wreck. An AC that infiltrated grid 086 appears to have been received by an RAD welcoming party. Wait, let's not do anything hasty. I'm no one, okay? I'm just a lowly debt collector. I didn't know this was your turf, I swear. The guy I'm after, he's a tricky one. He could be hiding anywhere in the grid by now. Wait, no, please! You don't have to kill me. Wow, you just follow the phone. Cool. They did have to kill him, apparently. All right.
These days, can you? Would have been cheaper to just hire you instead.
Oh, hi. Seriously wasteful. Biggest disadvantage with these linear rifles is that if you do charged attacks, which on these is very worth your time.
Picking up both warranties. Tread carefully.
It's gonna the cooldown time is quite substantial.
Barely forgot your fireworks.
Oh man, just died.
Seems our turret is cut above the rest.
AP 50%.
Alright, tourist. That's enough. You've made your point.
Alright, there'll be the reload station here. I kind of wish you could change your equipment at one of those without dying,
Up along now.
but it's fine.
Let's see what she has up her sleeve. Shall we, Raven?
Not quite. Thank you for tuning in, though.
You're not afraid of anything.
I could, though. All I need is purple, black, and bright green. In fact, I might make that paint scheme later.
Too bad.
Okay.
So we'll see. The dozers are certainly living up to their reputation.
Come on, stop. Thank you.
Rather well equipped one. This grinder has some destroyed. Be careful.
Nice. I heard you were good. But the cleaner is going to have the last laugh.
Behavioral pattern has changed. Watch out.
Easy. Yeah, 2 stun needle is pretty grotendous.
Systems offline. Complete shutdown confirmed.
Granted, they're kind of pricey to equip 2 of them plus 2 of anything else, but
Miserable knowing you, but
it's not hard when you're going tetrapods, because tetrapods generally
you want
don't
to go and
care.
talk, right? Let me show you the way.
Tetrapods are probably in the best state in this game than they've ever been in a previous Armored Core, and they've been, as a stable weapons platform, they've been pretty competitive for most of the series run, except for maybe 4 Answer, where if you weren't going as fast as possible, you basically were shooting yourself in the foot. You didn't need to have a tank. You could do a tank build in 4 Answer. It wasn't necessarily optimal, but you could do it. Yeah, you need tons of energy. Like, I've got a oh geez, I've got one of the bigger
Message.
generators equipped, as well as a torso that facilitates greater energy.
Hey, tourist. It's me,
I don't need this.
Darla. I had to work some of
This is
my
New
magic
Game
to
Plus.
got a little job for.
I don't need to hear what she has to say at the moment.
Raven, it's highly unusual to receive messages from hostile sources. Did she hack into Allmind's mercenary database?
Or did she? Of course, we already know that she's got more going on now. What do I have right now? It's a pretty... I'm pretty sure a lot of people are using a build similar to this. Normally I have like dual Zims, but that last mission is kind of a pain in the ass. It's an endurance mission. And I got myself killed by being too cocky against the dual tetrapods. Because it was like, oh, I don't need to heal. Healing is for the weak. Yeah, using the VP20D, which I think has the highest until you get the coral generator. And that's how I'm able to support my lifestyle. As it is, you can see my energy load is right up against the margin. It's right there. I do mean to check if this... No, it does not take up any resources, it doesn't look like. I'm using the, which arms? The Nachtreiher 46E arms, because they've got very high firearm specialization. Firearm specialization does improve higher values, improve target tracking performance. Unless you're trying to do target locking, in which case, with hard lock, you just miss. You just miss a lot. Oh yeah, go ahead, please, please. Right, like this is, and it does require, as you say, a bundle of energy. When I want to do energy weapons, ironically, I have to, quote, downgrade, unquote, my generator to something like the VE20C, because it provides a big energy firearm spec, which efficiency of EN output diverted to ranged energy weapons. Higher values correspond to greater attack power and reduced charging time for weapons affected by this spec. This spec does not affect weapons with independent EN output systems, such as melee weapons or plasma missile launchers. So basically laser guns. I want to say it may not apply to drones slash funnels slash turrets slash orbits. I am not confident of that. But things like one of my favorite weapons in the game, not the Kurosawa. I love the Kurosawa, just not here in this game. It's just not not an economical weapon to use. You burn through your ammo. So, like, it's most effective if you're using charge shots, but if you're using charge shots, you're using up, like, I don't know, it feels like 10% of its ammo every time you do a full charge shot. It's huge. But the VVC 760 PR, these things, you get them quite early, and unfortunately, when you get them quite early, you don't really have the generator to support them. So they're kind of but they're still, even though they seem kind of because all energy weapons seem kind of early on, these shine through because they're quite good. They leave the projectile's a bit slow, which is its biggest downside, but it does damage over time cloud when it connects. So it's great against larger bosses. Not so great against ACs because you have to actually hit them. But even then, they'll sometimes hang around in the cloud for a second or two, or half a second, fraction of a second, which means they can get multiple damage ticks. Its charge shot's okay, it's just shooting several shots at once, but it's not really economical to do that. You might as well do tap shots because with two shots connecting, you're doing more than a full charge shot blast. Laser shotguns are also great. The laser handgun is surprisingly strong if you go for charge shots. It doesn't look like it is, but those ×6 stats matter. I don't know if the flamethrower is affected. No, it's not. That counts as an explosive weapon or chemical weapon. There was another that wasn't... Oh, I just haven't bought it yet. For energy weapons that are worth noting. Oh, shoulder weapons, yes. The laser cannon, the VP60 LCS is mwah. So good. Another early energy weapon that you get that's very competitive. Because it's a very fast projectile. I haven't fiddled much with the diffuse laser cannon. In fact, I might make an energy build right now just to do that. What am I gonna have to change? Let's switch to full energy. No. I get my arms confused. Di-di-di-di-di-di-da. That is the right back unit. That's also a shotgun. We'll do that. And for this one, that is going to kill my energy load. Shoot. I can't get away with it. Gnarly, bro. Gnarly. But energy weapons are pretty... once you get the generators that buff them, they're quite good. It's getting up to that point that's kind of a bear. I need to go with different energy weapons, I think. I can go with that. That's fine. It's a well-rounded weapon. Sea Spider was pretty brutal. The patch made it a little more manageable. We'll be getting up to that pretty soon. Sea Spider is kind of it's a boss that helps to reinforce getting up in things' grill and blasting is a very, very, very effective strategy in this game, and in fact the game kind of wants you to do that, it seems. But it's also a boss that punishes that, so it's kind of an awkward balancing act, is knowing when it's going to do certain melee attacks. The second phase barely exists as a result. If you just rush it down and blast it, it's a non-problem. Maintaining the proper distance is honestly going to be your harder bit. By that time, you've got songbirds, and songbirds are going to put in work. I think by that point, you also might have Zims. So Zims and songbirds, it's like the first boss where it's like, okay, go for it. It seems like the sea weapons tend to be energy resistant, which is unfortunate, except for, you know, the energy shields on the ones that have energy shields, which is unfortunate because energy weapons would otherwise be quite good. You still do quite a bit of impact, and that's kind of what makes... Can I do the shotties? If I can do all the shotties, I can tolerate. Yes, I can do all the shotties, okay. In fact, does that mean I have a full... I have a full shotgun build. Let's go. Let's go. I may have to change my head out. That's another thing that's doing a huge amount of energy drain at the moment. Because compared to all the other heads, this has very sizable energy drain. But it's got such a good scanner that I mentally and emotionally can't give it up. Isn't there another... That one actually has slightly better generator supply, so that might be the better choice here. But it looks like the other one, 50, 44. Oh, that's why. Even though this has better output adjustment and supply adjustment, the energy load that this component has ends up being worse. So it doesn't actually help me. Because of course it doesn't. Natürlich. Do these... I think these other... Yeah, these other tetrapods have a higher energy load. I'm right up on the border. Right kissing it right now. I could maybe... I could go with less draining thrusters to give myself a little additional overhead. But that's going to, like, hurt me emotionally because I have certain expectations for my assault boost. That's the lowest energy load. It's 4694. Yeah, that's the lowest. What does that give me? That gives me better QB, I guess, by a bit. What can I get away with this? Can I get away with equipping one of those? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Okay. I'll keep that in mind, that I can reduce a bit with thrusters, but these are much better for my playstyle, because the assault boost speed is very high. Yeah, the Sea Spider's pretty brutal. I'll bully him for you by the end of, in a couple of missions. So I do want to give this energy build a try. Oh, wait. I have to check my generator. I forgot. Because the generator I have doesn't actually boost my... Right. Yeah, it's only a 98 modifier. Okay. Give me a sec. Balancing act. It's so close. I could maybe do... Yeah, I'll just do a lesser head. I hate to do it, but I gotta. That's actually not too bad for scanning. It's not as good, but it puts me underneath the energy load and doesn't reduce my stats too badly, so we'll go with the ephemera noggin. Okay, and we're going to go to AC data, and G, so that I remember I have a build for that. I probably should have filled with the FCS, but we're going to live with it. Alright, so just to clarify for my own sanity, don't do that. So this has charge shots. The charge shots are okay. Roughly equivalent to 2.5 regular shots, give or take. Almost 3. It's actually pretty good. Total rounds is 66. Charge ammo consumption is 3. That's to be expected. Now how about these? Let's see. We'll try a little bit of everything. I don't really see a reason to do a charge shot with these at all, unless it makes it much less diffuse. Well, we'll give it a whirl. What do we got? Stop the secret data breach. I don't recognize this mission. This must be a new one. Destroy all hacking drones. Mission failure if hack is allowed to complete. Oh, so we have to worry about speed.
My favorite little tourist. About my promise to take you up top. I need a little help cleaning up first. See, I'm certain someone smashed up all my defense hardware. And now I've got rival dozers muscling in. It's the Junker Coyotes. We never did get on. Always sniffing around, just waiting for a chance to bite. Making a mess is one thing, but they're going after our development data too. We need to swat the hacking drones they sent before they make off with all my secrets. Yeah, it's pretty low of them, but at least give them credit for knowing where the value is. Anyway, did I mention that this is all your fault? You can make up for it by keeping my secrets safe.
Oh, Carla. I'll tell you what. Give me your hand missile launchers and your shoulder missile launchers, and we will call it even Steven. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Okay, so having the reduced scanning radius is going to hurt me a little bit. I just need to double check my assembly so I know what my ideal ranges are. Or rather my effective range. Okay, ideal range is 130 and 180. So yeah, basically shotgun range. So this is an enlarged version of the standard laser shotgun. Reimagine this back-mounted weapon charged to just concentrate the laser, producing an energy explosion. We're not going to care much about that. Blast radius is okay. It's not going to matter much. So we're basically going to use this like a quad-barreled laser shotgun, and we're going to get right up in things' faces, and we're going to shoot them.
Your
very
didn't
hard.
authorize this sortie either. But we shouldn't miss this chance. I'll support you.
The not New Game Plus route version of this mission is very easy because it's just go shoot a couple things that fire missiles at you. Learn to quick
Main
boost to
system
SI.
activating combat mode.
This
Let's get
might take me
rolling,
a try or
tourists.
two until I figure out what the
Destroy all the hacking drones those degenerate coyotes left here.
Let's be quick about this, Raven.
Security breaches reached 10%. Firewall's going down fast. Must be about 5 drones to pull that off.
I'll take that. So this will make you stop to shoot, so I won't be hovering when I use
More to
it.
go.
Straight out of the gates.
One down.
Keep it up, tourist.
Second target destroyed.
I get why they want our tech. I just wish they had a little more flair. If it were me, I'd raid us from orbit
So
just
I
to
actually
take our
like this
servers
build.
off the ground.
Yeah. This feels good. There is something through here I need to get, but I've got to be quick about it. Something just showed up. Ah, jeez. I'm tired of you. Ow.
Security breaches reached 50%.
We can still make it, Raven. If you can't spot the targets, try using your scanner.
Please ascend. Thank you. How do I get there? There's another door. Okay, got it.
Confirmed. Target destroyed. 2 remaining.
Guess I better get to work on our countermeasures. They've got our crypto keys. That's, not great.
Fast forward now.
Oh, that feels nice.
Fourth target destroyed.
One left. You'd have to try to mess it up now.
Don't tell me that, Carla. Famous last words. That's all I'm saying. Ah, jeez, where is it?
Firewall won't hold much longer.
Come on. Thank you.
That's 5. All hacking drones destroyed.
Whee!
Just in time. They nearly had us. We sent the coyotes and their pals a little counter-virus. Their servers are officially fried. Maybe that'll teach them
Oh,
to
it
behave.
turns into like a melee weapon.
Wait,
Okay.
the radar. Are there more of them?
Let's move to intercept.
Closer from the
Iggy,
damn
my
raid.
boy. Ah, I'm gonna enjoy bullying you so much.
And here
Poor
I thought
Iggy.
I'd just make some extra scratch. Guess I can settle the score at the same time. I see the coyotes got some help too. Don't forget to smile, tourist. You know, I really owe you one. You got lucky at the dam, and I'm gonna prove it. You're gonna die, freelancer. Huh? What the hell? They're all over us. Help me out, or we're...
So,
See ya, freelancer. Hey, robots! You're playing with the big fish
oh,
now.
I see. Okay. That's aggravating. I was trying to ignore them to just blitz him down, but obviously that's a mistake. Oh, give me 1 sec. I'm also getting distracted. No, no, don't diagnose. I don't care. I know what the network problem is. I turned it off. There we go. This will also probably become my de facto.
I see
Do I
the
need a
coyotes got some
shield
help too.
melting build?
Don't forget to smile, tourist. You know, I really owe you one. You got lucky at the dam, and I'm gonna prove it. You're gonna die, freelancer.
Okay, I'm gonna go for these cloaked things real quick.
What the hell?
There's
They're all
a
over
lot
us.
of them,
Help me
too.
out, or we're both dead.
HP at 50%.
You psycho or something? We're both in trouble here.
No, we're not. You're in trouble.
I'm ringing in my ears again. It'll be peace and quiet when you're gone.
50%.
Stop running.
Repair kit remaining. HP at 100%.
I keep losing track of them.
No repair kits remaining.
You low down piece of...
I am a
Don't
little
you
bit.
dare think you've won!
Partial ammunition.
All unidentified machines destroyed. No more enemies detected.
I've seen that kind of stuff before. I'm gonna have to look into this.
Raven, those unidentified machines were using encrypted communications. I'll do what I can to decrypt them.
I shouldn't be mean to Iguatsu, but man, he gets on my nerves.
New message.
Guess you noticed that job from Balaam and decided to take it. Next time, look before you leap. You can't trust anyone on Rubicon. Keep heading for the ice field. I'll take care of some loose ends in the meantime.
Alright. Because I've got a mountain of cash and there's no point in me just holding on to it. even out my inventory here. Does that side have that this one does not? Oh, it could be the Gochen. Yes, the Gochen. Oh, right. I forgot about all these. There's a couple legs I wanted to grab. I got the highest jumping reverse joints. I do want to get these because the cosplay potential for these Sazabi slash Dawn legs are basically perfect. They are without flaw. But they're also very expensive, and I could probably spend my resources on something, anything better than that. There's not a ton of reason to get these FCSs, but I'll get them for completion's sake. And the same basically goes for the generators. There's really not a lot of point in any of those. I'm not going to get them. Arms-wise, what do we got? We got some more well-rounded boosts, but I've got the two specialist arms. I could grab these. Are these from Arquebus? Because they have fairly well-rounded firearm and melee specialization stats, as well as pretty good recoil control. Don't really need any of them, so I'm not going to worry about it. I think that's the torso I need to consider getting because it's got pretty good generator output adjustment. And that'll help me with high energy cost builds. Heads-wise, I've got the head I want, or the heads I want. I don't really need to worry about any others. Looks like my shoulders are evened out. They're not. I just need to figure out what I bought on one that I didn't on the other. Must have been this. Oh, because this was an award. Right. I need to figure out what's on this side and not on the other one. Probably a missile launcher. Which one? Oh, this one apparently. Okay. I think we're good for now. What missions we got? We got Ocean Crossing. Oh, okay. So Ocean Crossing, because of the nature of the mission, I'm just going to ignore the drones. I don't care. I'm going to do what I can to just sprint by them and ignore the lasers from above as well. So I'm going to go to AC Design. I'm going to go to AC Data. And I'm going to go with Zim's Needles. Load. Yes. And we're going to get a rocket. He is, but so is V2 Snail, Vesper 2 Snail, and there is no way you can convince me that he's got my best interests at heart. It's supposed to be this watershed moment of all these opposing corporations getting together to deal with a single threat.
As promised, Carla has agreed to serve as our guide.
I already know this. This is not a new mission, I do not think. So, we are going to get up in this thing's grill, and we're going to shoot it a bunch.
Together, Raven. I'm quite enjoying the routine.
I'm not particularly looking forward to the worm mission again. Not because it's hard, but because it's very tedious. Floating around, waiting for it to show its head, and hope that you've got the right angle on it.
Here we go, tourist. I'll lead the way, just as promised. But after this, you owe me one. This elevator goes straight to the top of the grid, the outer shell. Sadly, that's beyond my territory. I mean, once you're out there, the PCA satellites see everything. A few of the stupider dozers took it as a challenge, went out to prove themselves. You can guess what happened.
We've arrived at the top, sending you new log of data. It's as Carla said. At this altitude, we're within firing range of the PCA satellites.
Says you. Alright, so there's going to be a couple of them floating around here.
Forbidden sector. Terminating target.
That must be the PCA security system.
Alright.
Well, nowhere to hide now.
Great person is then.
Don't get fried. Nice moves, tourist.
I greatly mistimed how much boost I had.
Intruder has escaped satellite range. Raising threat level.
We're not far from the cargo launcher.
I didn't want to run into it.
Let us clean up while you're here, tourist. Never did care for them stalls neighbors.
There's the suicide drone. It's fine, we've got a
That's what I
refill.
like to see.
It's not
Let's get the
ideal.
cargo launcher ready.
I'm not quite sure how I'll go about S-ranking this mission, to be honest. Probably just zip through as quickly as humanly possible. With as much energy boost as possible. And then you have to deal with the boss, so those two things are a little bit at odds.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Word. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics on the Warmachine. What's it doing here?
This is
for some reason.
It's taking damage. Get upgraded.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires like this may have taken months to develop. The dirty works fine.
2 repair kits remaining.
It's during its invulnerability phase. I just wasted that.
18.
What the?
I'm upset.
It's taking off.
Another core weakness. Watch out.
No. This could be some good R&D data. Can't wait to get back to the workshop.
Enemy systems down.
That was not perfect, but it worked, so I can't complain. One dead pine cone, made to order.
They were using core. Cool.
That was quite the show, tourist. How about we get back on track? Hop in the container. I'll operate the launcher from here.
Oh, that's actually done.
Brace yourself. By the way, tourist. You're Walter's hound, right? Well, guess a dog can't choose its master. But still, tough luck. I feel sorry for you. I really do. Oh, and one more thing. You know the cargo launcher's strictly for cargo, right?
I'm cargo. I'm the most precious cargo of all. The people at the Amazon warehouse wouldn't kick my box, would they?
Augmented human C4621. Entering standard mode. 1 new message.
Looks like you've made it to the central ice field, 621. Good. I'm done tying up loose ends. Arquebus found their own way in and are ready to deploy survey squads. And it looks like Balaam's come running after you scoped out the place too. You know what's going to happen. Business as usual. But you can make it work for us.
Alright, new parts. Let's see what those are. Not that I have the cash to buy most of them, probably. Ah! Carla's new missiles. Let's go. These do no damage, but they shoot a lot of them, so I can't be mad. Wait, am I reading that correctly? That it does more cumulative damage than the Zims? Admittedly, that's over time. They are explosive. And each pull of the trigger is, let's see, 13. I've got a new missile build. Let's see if I got the new, yes! Zoops! Soup is up. As well as whatever this is. Cluster missile launcher. Packed with a number of compact explosives to carpet bomb the area. Apparently, this design came from the feverish mind of a coral-addled engineer. See, it says it does quite a lot of damage there, but these, I think, are deceptive in that one of these drops a series of bomblets and the other maybe doesn't, and I don't know which one is which. So we do want to get those. Let me just check to see in components if we've got anything new. We now have Carla's parts. Sick, sick, sick. Very, very nice. These do not do much for specialization, though, sadly. I like her legs. I like the rounded components. They're very nice. Oh, and we got new boosters. What do these do? Improved melee attack thrust, but I don't think they're better than the ones I already have for melee attack thrust. Regular thrust, though, those are pretty good. I think. Nothing new for FCSs or generators, which is not a terrible shock. I'll grab those. How much am I going to need? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's very affordable. I'll be getting those soonish. Let me just real quick look at my booster options here. Okay, melee attack consumption. I want to say there's one up here. Yeah, that's the one I compare it to. Yeah, so this one's a bit, definitely very good for jumping thrust. But I don't use that much. In fact, I barely use it at all. But for default speed, that one I think outdoes it. 6801, yeah. So it's a bit more of the things that I'd prefer to have personally. But I'm still waiting for like another one that provides even more AB thrust, but I have not yet found one. So I am stuck with the one I've got. Okay. So what do we got? No new arena fights, right? No, no new arena fights. So this one, I think, is the one where you have to fight a ship at the end. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. As long as I'm emotionally prepared for that.
Got a job for you, 621. It's a request from one of the Balaam companies.
Attention, Gun 13 Raven. This job comes from our subsidiary, Dafeng. The operation will take place in the central ice fields, Yalmar Mine. We want you to stage an attack on the Arquebus survey camp located there. After digging into the ice field, Arquebus launched survey drones to gather data. Whatever they found is sure to contain clues as to the whereabouts of the coral convergence. Put simply, your job is to seize the data. We're counting on you, Gun 13.
I don't know if they throw me any curveballs in this particular chapter for New Game Plus, but we'll see. We'll see what they do to us.
Are you still hearing things?
He's still
Tell me what
hearing
happens on the
things.
job. I'll make adjustments.
He's gotta keep us bathed in all those nice chemicals, man.
Main system.
All right.
Activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Extract the data from the birth survey drones, then get out.
Solo AC. Must be an independent merc.
Taking Balaam's money, no doubt. Intercept!
621. Eliminate obstructions as you see fit, but remember that the data is your priority.
Might go for a little extra cash in this mission.
There. Commence retrieval 621.
Because it's not too hard to get everything here. Yep, we've seen these already.
Fires still drift in Rubicon's atmosphere. Trails of residual coral, like the one we passed through during our journey here.
That makes 2. Very interesting. I'll make a copy of this.
It's a tetrapod. There he is. Chipped my paint a bit. I hear helicopters. They're all down there. I'm gonna hack this and then kill them.
That's 3.
Fortunately, a lot of the targets on this mission are very lightly armored, so you can get away with these long-range shotgun firings and kills that you ordinarily could not, because they just ricochet off.
Even the Rubiconians have forsaken this lifeless place. If the PCA has their eye on it, coral must be involved.
Where are you? There you. Greatly excessive. I miss having an actual radar instead of just a compass rose, but I have to live with that. Here's to hoping that Armored Core 6-2, which will be called Sex Machine. S-E-C-H-S, don't be rude. It's German for six. Sex Machine. Here's hoping that adds in a lot of the stuff that is missing from this one. Oh, okay, I see. Oh wow, shield actually took that. I'm impressed. Maybe it's not this one. Maybe it's like the next mission.
Who knows what's out there on this vast sheet of ice?
I'm guessing
You in
ice.
the AC! What are you doing here?
Looks like their MTs just got home.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a
Shut
different
them
mission.
down.
Ow. Chip my paint again.
Attention, Gun 13 Raven! Looks like you ruffled some feathers. Taking their drones back to HQ. I want you to find them and stop them.
I'm upset that I missed. Hey, shoot it at. Don't sit there and take it, Frag. Come on. You're better than that. Yeah, it is this mission. What? I'm not gonna bother with those. Oh, fine. It's a free 400 creds. Alright, so the PCA jumps in here. I was thinking of this mission. It is good. Because they throw some enemies that are
That must
rather
be the
nasty at
independent
you.
merc. Shut him down before Basil gets hold of our data.
Eliminate them, 621.
Left-hand ammunition at 50%. Right-hand ammunition at 50%.
Wait, put this down.
I wish I'd killed the tetrapod first.
It's identifying as PCA.
I'll pop another health back. Oh, jeez.
It's not subject guard. They sent in an enforcement squad.
Fight back!
Come on.
621, that's an LC. PCA's rank and file, and a big step up from subject guard MTs.
Too fast. Be careful, Raven.
No repair kit.
LC destroyed.
I just need to get a little down. Okay.
They've deployed drones. Intercept 621. Looks like you're on attack. Good call. Smash the bridge, 621.
Enemy propulsion systems compromised.
It's going to blow. Get clear, 621.
Everything's fine. Okay, it's no longer fine.
Left right shoulder ammunition at 50%.
Now it's fine. What's left? Oh, they're dead. I didn't even remember the ships had drones. That was a little hairy towards the end there. Jeez.
Looks like the coast is clear. The closure area is SG's jurisdiction. Why send an enforcement squad in a warship? Special mission, maybe? Or was it? Wait. Rusty. Your old buddy from the Vespers. Haven't talked since we climbed the wall. I'd love to catch up, but I'll cut to the chase. The PCA has deployed its suppression fleet. And now it's laying down the law all over Rubicon. We've already lost several survey bases, and Balam's in a sorry state too. For their part, the Rubicon Liberation Front sees this as an opportunity. If you ask me, they're counting their eggs before they're hatched. At this rate, the Corps, the Rubiconists, and the independent mercs will go down together. I'm sending you a request from the Archibald's group. We could use the wall climbers' help.
One new message.
I see you got a call from V4. I've been contacted as well by the Balam group. Seems both sides have been forced to halt the coral survey. Check the briefing, 621.
Raven, I've also picked up a job for you. It's not just the corporations who have their eye on you. The Rubiconians do too. Following the PCA's attack, the Rubicon Liberation Front has established a division in the Central Icefield. This job comes from their commander.
Alright, so no new arena missions, which is a little distressing, but not strictly problematic. We will grab our hand missiles. In fact, let me go to AC design, go to AC data, load Itanos Kirkus. Yes, yes, go to assembly, swap out hand missiles for this and this. And our next purchases will be the other shoulder missiles. In fact, let me go to AC data. Save, yes. See, this is indicating that these, the ones that I already have, are actually better than the soups. Which is an interesting paradigm. Scatter missile launcher developed by Red features a unique construction that allows it to fire 10 missile salvos in 3 consecutive stages for sustained overwhelming force. I'll have to give them a whirl. They do have much better range. I can actually snipe with these, and their homing lock time is instantaneous. But they can only lock onto one enemy. Ooh. Ooh. But you also have a lot more ammo. So they're probably the better option total anyway. They're heavier. They have a higher energy load, but that's hardly an issue for me. Food for thought, but I need over 650, call it a 655k, in order to afford those. 2 of them, anyway. I also want to give one of these a whirl at some point. Disadvantage of using a mouse is if you even mouse over one of these categories, it sends you right there, which is a little annoying. Just a little bit. What missions do we have here? Oh, we actually have our choice mission. So that means we do have to do this one because we did tunnel sabotage last run. But before then, we'll do the attack the refueling base and the eliminate VII. And I think we already did those. before. Also gotta check to see if I have been thorough. Yes, I have. Good. Attack the old spaceport. Tunnel sabotage. Yes. Eliminate V7. Yep. We've done those before. So the one we need to is prevent corporate salvage. Very good, which sounds like it's a defense mission. Which means it probably doesn't have anything I have to worry about in terms of enemy scans. Alright, so we're gonna go and attack the refueling base using a lot of missiles.
Hey, buddy. This job comes from Schneider of the Arquebus Group.
I can skip this. Alright, let's see how this thing performs with these new hand missiles. Yo, sleep well, Buzz B. Thanks for tuning in. I do these normally every Monday, but because Armored Core 6 is Armored Core 6, so Mondays for me are Mecha Mondays, where I do something giant robot related or mecha adjacent, so you can expect more of this sort of thing. Wednesdays right now are Warmachine Wednesdays instead of Warframe Wednesdays, because
And head for the energy refinery plant.
obvious reasons. Wow, that is a lot of missiles. I'm not going to waste that again, because one salvo is just slightly less.
Code 1-5. Contact with AC of unknown affiliation. Suspected corporate hire. Single AC. Terminate immediately.
Oh, I like these.
There will be bonuses for destroying the fuel storage tanks along the way. We should do our best to take them out.
Did not kill you.
Code 5, unaffiliated AC. Moving to terminate.
Would have been really rad, because if any of those had hit.
AP at 50%.
Nice dodge. way too missiles on that.
2
Way
repair
too
kits
many
remaining.
missiles.
You see that, 621? That dome's your refinery plant. I've updated your marker data. Head for the target.
I think I missed some fuel tanks. You're not paying me extra for those.
Code 5, unknown AC.
Must be after the plant. Contain the situation. Terminate it.
Looks like an independent mercenaries assembly.
Lead the analysis to the system. Intercept.
1 repair kit remaining. AP at 50%. AP at 30%. No repair kits remaining. Light and ammunition at 50%. Left hand ammunition at 50%. AP at 50%.
Collect any corporate data you can find. The system...
Wait! Code 1-5.
It's that AC. Terminate it.
Someone is trying to send me messages. I'm gonna wait for my scan to come back. these guys to disappear, and then I will. Beautiful. Someone's trying to message me, and I need to find out what that's all about. Well, I'm not going to bother trying to decode that. Whatever it was. There we go. Jeez.
Code 1-5.
Push the Vanguard. Handle it!
Alright, so there's a heavy PCA, 2 heavy PCA units down there. Which I've got to deal with without getting killed. Did not kill him.
Code 5, target confirmed.
You're locked on. Evasive action, Raven.
AP at 30%. Light shoulder ammunition at 50%.
There it is.
Right hand ammunition at 30%. Left hand ammunition at 30%.
I get him.
Left shoulder ammunition at 50%.
That's a terrible waste. But it's okay. I don't know who's behind me.
All fuel storage tanks destroyed. This should be a nice catch, Raven. Now, let's deal with the plant.
Oh, nice. It didn't multi-lock. Oh, I see what happened. It hit the thing above my head. Cool. By cool, I mean completely uncool, but... Where's the enemy down here? See them on radar. Well, I say radar. Oh, good. They are giving me a refill. Been a while since I did this mission, so I don't really remember it.
That's the refinery plant. 28621.
Code 5. Hostile AC sighted.
Requesting backup from the system. Code 78.
Clunk. That went well. Don't I fight a boss here?
Target destroyed.
Oh, I fight that duo. Ugh. This fight kind of sucks.
Stuck in the stratosphere. It's approaching fast.
023 attending scene.
It's too bad. I love their suit designs.
Call sign Raven. Priority subject for termination. High on the list.
I've identified PCA SP, Special Forces. We can't afford to take chances. 621. PCA SP machines. Highly mobile executioners for priority targets. Piloted by the PCA's elites. Focus on one at a time, 621. Don't let them double team you.
You're a real troublemaker, Raven. What is the expected level of resistance, sir?
Most fail this time.
Oh, shit.
This is David's verdict. Immediate termination.
How are you still alive? Does nothing connect?
At 30%. Target Raven terminated. Code 44.
It's fine. I'll just reboot with the zims and needles and just delete them. It's not hard. They're just not cooperating.
Identified PCA SP, Special Forces. Can't afford to take chances. 621. Eliminate them. Back to PCA
That's how that's supposed to go. Air control.
CASP craft destroyed.
I'm sure our paymasters planned for that too. They got their walking advertisement, all right.
We'll have earned plenty of extra pay at least. I think we've done enough to inspire other mercenaries to work for us.
Alright, I got about another half hour till I go to Scooch. Might be able to get through most of this chapter,
New message.
is the hope. In New Game Plus.
Archivist Group Mercenary Liaison, VIII Pater here. Impressive work on the refueling base assault. V4 has left me a message addressed to you, if I may.
This is great.
I knew you could do it, buddy. I've got my eye on you.
Fucking love Peter.
That is all.
He's so
We
good.
at the Archivist Group expect much from you.
Oh man, that is maybe my favorite line delivery in the entire game. Is it's just like, I'm gonna go and imitate Rusty for 5 seconds. Give me a sec. It's so good. Because Rusty's kind of corny, and Pater's like, dude, this guy's mad corny. It's fine. It's good corny. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely the good kind. My favorite kind. Nice and chunky corny. Okay. Left back is where shields are. Okay, very good. I'll grab this one then. Next! Survey base the wall. Which is this one? Oh, this one sucks! This one's easy. I mean... I just have to change my entire loadout. And I'm probably going to have to redo the boss fight at the end. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of... bleh. That I'll have to do it, probably. Where are they? Oh, I'm on the wrong shoulder. No wonder. That's fine. It's fine. We're gonna give them the soup. We will increase the soup. Let's see. Yes, they are longer range. What is the range on these? 1200. That's good enough. Okay. Mission. This one's kind of a nuisance. And,
Job from the Rubicon Liberation Front. Let's take a look at the request.
because we're traitors.
Raven, we have a mission we'd like to offer you. The Rubicon Liberation Front is planning to retake the wall from Archivus. And would like you to lay the groundwork for us. Your objective is to assassinate VII Swinburne.
Mind you, I don't have a problem with whacking Swinburne, but at the same time... they're gonna pay me more. I don't really need the money.
In order to ambush and eliminate the target undetected,
I don't think it matters for this
you'll
mission.
need to adopt
It doesn't
a
change
different
anything.
style of fighting.
In terms of later events, it's just a little bonus condition you can fiddle with. Basically, there's a point in the fight against Swinburne where you can stop fighting Swinburne,
Main system.
and he'll be like, yo, how about I pay you double? And then you're like, okay. And then one of the Liberation Front guys shows up and is like, you traitor. And I'm like, yes.
If they get a read on you, this operation is over. If you pick up a capture camera tracking you, take cover or quickly destroy it.
I like the design on these. Anywho. He's dead, Jim. Hoping that's within range. It would have been, you know, if I hadn't missed. He did.
Surveillance on TV.
I aim closer to its feet, see if it connects them. These vertical missiles are kind of wonky to work with anyway. I don't know where they thought they were going, but it wasn't the right place. I think I touched his toes, but because my torso was in the way, I couldn't see him. Should have gone and grabbed the manual aim module or something.
Camera looking this way. Missing the target, it seems. Perhaps he's out on night watch. Raven, look over there. I've detected an AC in combat mode. That must be Swinburne, the target.
All these flawless ruffians. They never learn, do they? Huh. This isn't how the Liberation Front builds their ACs.
Target confirmed. It's Swinburne, the Vespers number 7. This is our opportunity for an ambush. Let's go.
I see. Bailiff. Tired old concern falling further and further behind. Ugh.
What the? Stop that! Dare you attack me with my back turned?
Ah, awful timing.
Wait! Let's not do anything hasty! You realize I lead the Vesper 7th Squad, which means I hold the purse strings. Every
Hey,
single
done. Thanks for
transaction
tuning
goes
in.
through me. Let me go, and you'll still come out on top. Understand?
2 repair kits remaining.
So, should we betray our the person who signed us our contract and accept money from this fool, or should we continue to pummel him into miserable non-existence? I think they pay me more if I betray my original contract person. Treason it is.
You're quick on the uptake, aren't you? Splendid. I'm sure Snail will see you're properly honored for this.
I think this
Not
one
like
is the
those
one where I
savages.
wind up fighting for
Keep up
Arquebus
the good
anyway.
work.
This ending that we're going for on this run. So it works. He is a weasel. But unfortunately, we're letting him go.
Death and dishonor, such is the Oathbreaker's due.
Rokumonsen
Pay the sons who dog!
is in the best way possible, a total weeaboo.
Scoundrels, prophets, coin slipping
Don't run.
fingers. Feed Rubicon's soil.
AP at 50%.
Oh, hey, somebody.
1 repair kit.
associated with the Rubicon Revolution Front.
No false reorders. Your seditious blade strikes true.
I got your sedition hanging.
Left-hand ammunition AP at 50%. AP at
Okay, that hurts.
Watch me, good comrade.
My
say,
pride more
your
than
reward
anything
has
else,
come.
but basically just gonna run away from him shooting from here on out and hope that I kill him with my remaining ammo. I'm not optimistic. Wow, where'd you go, buddy? It should be it. Got him. Missile builds are kind of 50-50, to be honest. There are definitely things they're okay for. This missile build is not great at multi-targeting, though. We're going to get a symmetrical, the wing thing that we've got on the right. We'll get another one. Wow, he may have paid me more, but we also got dinged really hard, so we basically netted 70k. More than we would have otherwise. What a complete waste. It does look like a wing. It's a series of missile tubes. They're really long. The missile tubes. And it basically fans them out and then they close in. It's pretty handy.
Archibald's Group Mercenary Liaison, VIII Peter here. I understand you spared VII and destroyed a Liberation Front AC. The company has allocated you an appropriate reward, as I'm sure you've noticed.
wasn't really much.
I hasten to add that Swinburne's shameful conduct has dishonored the Vespers. He has now been sent for re-education under the orders of V2 Snail. That is all. The Archivist Group expects much from you.
So, instead of just killing him, we instead did one better, and fate worse than deathed him. Re-education in this context is not sitting in a classroom bored out of your mind. It is probably a lot more needles and anal probes, I would guess. Not pleasant. It couldn't happen to a better guy. Alright, so now we have a second one. I'm going to slap that on here. The best part is, because this is a Cinder Carla weapon, it's food themed. So Cinder Carla is a character in the game. She's great. She winds up acting as an operator, but she also has her own armored core. So these missile launchers that look like wings are called the WS-5-01 Soup. The hand ones are called Aperitif, and then her... I can go and do this much more easily if I go to presets. Cinder Carla, her mech is entitled Full Course. How do I... There we go. So the head is called Appetizer, the core is Main Dish, the arms are Salad, the legs are Dessert, and then the rest of her equipment might as well be whatever it is. I don't know what a Kikaku is, or a G2 P10 SLT, or a Hokoshi, but those are other components. We don't care about those. So she's food themed, so she's a woman after my own heart. She's also got one of the best character musical themes. It's kind of this really jazzy, almost ragtime number. Kind of, you know, lo-fi vibe going. Alright, so let me... None of these can multi-lock, which is interesting. So it's built much more for one-on-one targets, which suits me fine. I'm going to go to design, I'm going to go to data, I'm going to save... So it's called Itano Circus because it's named after, what's his name? He worked on Macross. That's where the term came from. Ichiro Itano, or Itano Ichiro, who's still alive and kicking, by the way. He's like 60-something years old now. But he worked on Macross, and as well as Space Runaway Ideon. And so when you think giant robots and you think missiles absolutely friggin' everywhere, and people dodging like a zillion missiles, you have Itano Ichiro to thank. That is him. He did it. It was that guy. Notoriously difficult to animate well, and he made it look easy. And they only got better too. Like the ones in Ideon are primitive but very effective. There's some great missile spam scenes in Space Runaway Ideon, but Macross takes it to a whole nother level. All right. So what missions do we have here? We have tunnel set. Oh, we have our actual route split. So we're going to do prevent corporate salvage of new tech, which destroy the LCs and new HC deployed by the Planetary Closure Administration. Let's hear, because we did tunnel sabotage already. I'm going to double check to make sure we did tunnel sabotage already. Oh good, they do list as alt mission. Very good. Where are you? Tunnel sabotage, there we go. We have done tunnel sabotage already on our previous run. So, prevent corporate salvage of new tech.
This job came to us from the de facto leader of the Rubicon Liberation Front. Let's see what it says, Raven.
This is Middle Flatwell, Liberation Front Central Icefield Command. We and the Bellius Command are ramping up against the corporations on 2 fronts. At present, our primary concern is the seizure of PCA hardware by the corporations. The Outsiders have the expertise and the resources to reverse engineer PCA technology. They're hungry, too. Hungry enough to consume the PCA whole. This leads me to my request. The PCA have stationed LCs and a new model, the HC, at the Hjalmar mine. I want you to obliterate them in order to mitigate the potential for corporate gains. Raven, I await your favorable response.
Okay. So, we have to destroy some new fancy stuff. And missiles are not going to be ideal for this. So I'm going to go to my AC data and switch to the Zims and Needles. Because they punish these guys pretty effectively.
It's exceptionally rare to get a direct request from Liberation Front leadership. Perhaps the situation has changed their attitudes too.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy the Planetary Closure Administration LCs and the new HC.
I'm grateful for your assistance, Raven. Targets are stationed in 2 camps. Attack one, and the other will move to reinforce. I'll leave the question of where to strike first in your capable hands.
Any more lurking on top of windmills? Guy jumped me, had me scared half to death. I'm like, wait a minute, what's he doing up there? Nope. Alright, there's a scrawny boy over there. I guess we'll go left.
HC detected. It's an enforcement machine specialized for close-range combat.
We're under attack. Cancel the maintenance. Get the HC online now. Did the corporations hire you? They must be confident to come here. No. The HC. Cutting edge.
New model HC destroyed.
Well, let me tell you,
Leaves the LCs.
you probably should have had more. You should have. I had a great zinger, and I just fumbled it, so forget it. Back to the grindstone. There. Better late than never.
Enemy signatures approaching.
They're still farting around.
Lieutenant! How could his HC fail?
It must have been that AC. Take it out.
Come on down. Come on down.
At a numerical disadvantage, Raven.
Oh, numerical this.
One target at a time.
Sergeant down. Code 3-1.
All targets.
So they're supposed to be next-gen hardware, and therefore more dangerous than I am. But
Like a bird in flight.
as you can see, that did not do them much good.
Beyond Rubicon's scorched skies, to chase the freedom we never knew.
All right. So we are now on a different route. Things are going to be a bit different than last run.
How's it going, Walter?
Hard to say. 621's still performing well, but I doubt the voices have gone away. At any rate, whatever the voices are doesn't seem to be doing any harm. For now.
I was asking about you, Walter. But whatever. Bigger things. The coral.
They've
You better
got
find it.
history.
Turns out, our friend's fears were warranted. Don't spend too long dealing with the PCA, Walter. Clock's ticking.
Raven, I've been thinking about what Meadow Flatwell said. To fly beyond Rubicon's scorched skies and chase the freedom we never knew. The others are so used to fighting and shouting slogans that they've given up thinking. But Flatwell, he's exploring the potential for something new.
Biting social commentary? Is that you?
Registration number RB23, call sign Raven. We have added new samples to the integration program. You may now test updates to Mind Alpha and analyze corporate AC technology. We look forward to your continued assistance in AllMind's drive toward perfection.
Before you ask, no, AllMind is definitely not on our side. It's like a long-standing Armored Core tradition that the AI that's for the mercs, by the mercs, is very much in some way killing them all off. So we have new arena fights, so that'll be nice. We will end those quickly. Another 3, 10 each, jeez. Ooh, that one's shiny and chrome. Let's bully it. At least we're getting some interesting setups here. Alright, so this is Phase Beta 1. Integration Subject 51-002K in the Mind Beta. Integration Program Phase 2. Drawing from the evaluations thus far, AllMind has updated the Mind Alpha model. The revised model features an AI that benefits from the breadth of AllMind's research archives. AllMind anticipates that this new model, Mind Beta, can autonomously operate in actual combat at the same level as a highly skilled mercenary. Let's prove them wrong.
Integration program, initiating phase 2. Please begin by engaging the revised
It's got some
model
sort of melee weapon
Beta
now.
in virtual combat.
And I think the Kurosawa rifle, but I'm not sure.
Commencing analysis.
On its shoulders might be a drone or orbit, and then some sort of missile. I'm not too worried. Yeah, it's a Kurosawa. Ah, you bum. Oh, hey.
50%.
Target destroyed. Concluding analysis. Well done.
Easy. Now that I have 10 free OS tuning points. Yeah, the next one will give me enough. Cool. And once I get that capped out, I'll work on repair kits and how much they boost. After that, it's basically just buy whatever, because we're pretty much going to be out of things to buy. at that point. Alright, so this is Phase Beta 2, Analysis Subject 51-013-BE. The AC is called Corporation. Integration Program Phase 2. As part of its ongoing fundamental research, ALLMIND is now analyzing the design concepts of the ACs employed by the various factions on Rubicon. By understanding these humanoid craft, we gain a greater understanding of how their designers perceive humanity. The extraplanetary corporations believe humanity to be powerless against its environment. Thus, they maximize the power of their ACs to subjugate their surroundings.
Integration Program, Beta 2. The next sample is the Corporation AC. This will be integrated into Mind Beta. Commencing analysis.
Main system activating combat mode.
He's using funnels. Was using funnels, or turrets, whatever they are.
Target destroyed. Concluding analysis. Well done.
I should set up a funnel build or turret build. I don't know what I'd use for hand weapons, but I'd figure it out. Something thematically appropriate. Alright, so let's get our last... energy upgrade, and then I'll switch to an energy shotgun build. Energy weapon output. Oh, that's right, it bumps up by 2 points. It's okay, doesn't matter. Energy. And with this build, we get right up in their grill. And we shoot them. Pretty much what we've been doing, only more so. Because we can basically just keep chain firing at them for a very long time and just keep going bop, 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 bop.
Phase 2. Final analysis.
Oh, I meant to read the
Rubiconian AC. This will be integrated into Mind Beta. Commencing analysis.
I'll read the description after we bully it.
Activating combat mode.
So the only disadvantage of this build is with the hover, the shoulder weapons push you back, so you wind up flying higher and therefore farther away from them. So you have a harder time getting into ideal range. 14 seconds, not too bad.
Incoming comms.
Thank you for your continued support. We have obtained some very useful data. Knowledge that can only be gleaned from pitting two humanoid weapons against each other. ALLMIND's evolution is just beginning.
I really hope they throw the 9-ball Seraph at me at the end of all this, but they probably won't. That is too much to ask for, but I would squeal. You would hear a grown man go, "Whee!" Okay, let's... Yeah, we've got all our damage stuff. We don't care about access speed. That's going to be the last thing we get, because it's just not worth my time. So yeah, right now the basic game plan is grab repair kits optimization, level that up as much as we can, then grab manual aiming and quick turn, things we won't use too much. Quick turn we're more likely to use than manual aiming, in truth. And then probably grab terminal armor and then all of these, and then we'll get access speed. We won't be able to do that until they give us the next batch, because this is only going to go that far. Actually, I can get manual aiming and quick turn right off rip right now. And our repair kits now do an extra 1,000 health, which isn't too bad. It's not mind-blowing, but it's not too bad. You can't have assault armor, pulse protection, pulse armor, and terminal armor equipped all at once, unfortunately. You must choose one. Probably I'll go, but I might wind up using terminal armor at some point, but I'd rather use assault armor. Terminal armor kicks in when you die, or when you should have died, and it makes you invincible and shielded for a little bit, so if you didn't have time to pop your health kits, that would be the time. But we will grab manual aiming and quick turn. We're not going to use manual aiming very much. Quick turn we will probably use for some of the enemies that try to get behind us. Actually, that puts me right about at the end of my available time. What missions do we have? We have more choice missions. Cool. I'm going to double check to make sure I did eliminate the enforcement squads. On to replay missions where I just was. Eliminate the Dozer faction. No. Prevent, survey, heavy mission, eliminate the enforcement squads. Yep. I think that's the one where you fight Raven. So we will be doing the other one. Actually, you know what? We're pretty close to the end of the chapter. I could go a little longer. Just gotta grab some more water. Yeah. Give me a sec. I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back.
Hello. There we go. Alright, this mission kind of sucks. It's kind of hard. But we will make it work. I think this is the return of the helicopter mission, too, where we have to fight the chopper.
This is a personal request from a friend. We still don't...
He's lying.
probably he's lying. The friend is him.
The ECM fog is going to interfere with comm until it's disabled.
We do not have the best scanning head equipped right now, but it's better than the one we had last time we did
Main
this.
system activating combat mode.
We'll be fine, probably.
The ECM won't interfere with our contact. But it is affecting your lock-on range. Keep an eye on your surroundings.
And in general, look for the blinkies.
This must be a beacon left by the survey drone. I'll use markers to track them. You can use them if you lose your way.
Unknown intruder detected. Normalization process.
They claim to see defense mechanisms. They must have stood watch even after they were abandoned by their masters.
Is it behind me?
I've located an ECM fog control device. See if you can access it. Confirmed. The control device is offline. Let's keep looking, Raven.
Who knows how it stays balanced like that? We're not going to complain. There we go.
Intrusion attempt persisting. Normalization.
Second fog control device located. Confirmed. Control device is silent. Let's find the next one.
Just think of this one. Oh? Okay. Oh, maybe it's one of the ones that's like buried beneath or next to a bunch of things. No, let's try this one. Eh. Oh, okay.
Intrusion detected. Normalization process safety.
These things are rather aggravating.
And now they're rather dead. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have radar anymore. Oh yeah, you may recognize something like this from Ultraman Blazer on the Mod 2. Earthdown. Nice little laser array type arrangement. Ah, sun's out here. And it's trying to hit me with laser sticks. Bad move. I didn't like it. I thought it was over here. Ah, it's right there. It's staring me in the face. You better run. Okay, that's not the way. So the disadvantage of having a close range build is you have like no early warning against those. So, also the blue glowing light was entirely designed to mess with your head, my head specifically. Not every blue glowing light is a good blue glowing light, clearly. Only some of them. That's a scan of life. I think I've got that over here.
You might be able to extract its data. Let's take a look.
Observation data extracted by a survey drone. Perhaps this was recorded by Handler Walter's friend. Xylem remains fully operational. The Planetary Closure Administration did their best to hide the place, but I'll find a way there soon enough. The only ones who know are the PCA and...
Wait! Hostile readings.
Normalization process B. Deploying antigens.
Fight back, Raven.
Okay, scanner, you wanna skiddly scan? Thank you. Oh, it's these things. Well, you're on more. Okay, where is it? There's another cloaker out here. Let's see, so I don't know where it is. There you are. Ow.
30%. 2 repair kits remain.
One of the big perks of these energy shotguns is you can fire them a lot faster than the Zens.
To identify where the last ECM device is. I've set a marker for it. Let's check it out.
So once you are in range, you can just kind of pound fire. You can overheat though, so you have to watch that a little bit.
It's been a long time since we've been on a mission together without Walter. The control device isn't going anywhere. Take your time, Raven. Raven, that's the last of the control devices. We'll have Walter back after this.
Yeah, Mecha Donuts.
Do you read me? Do you read me? You've got PCA incoming. Pull out before they make this complicated.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
Are they gonna let me get close?
This is complicating things. So much for something. You'll have to fight your way out now. Take them down, 621. I'll clean
I'm gonna deal with the support goons. I meant to shoot a shoulder whip in there, and I did
Identify some
not.
Xylem defenses we can co-opt. Try to suspect if you need support. There. Xylem's defenses now recognize you as an ally. That should help keep the PCA busy.
Light shoulder ammunition and left shoulder ammunition at 50%.
And ran away. And I was not behind cover, so I got mollywopped.
Press the advantage, 621. You've come a long way since your crash landing on Rubicon. Show them.
AP at 50.
Looks like you did it. The ECM fog's cleared too. Now, my friend can get back to surveying.
Could have gone worse. Could have gone better. Kind of an annoying fight. Mostly because of his backup. Also, I was not very well equipped to deal with him.
No new messages.
Raven. The city's defense systems were still in operation after all this time. And stranger still, the PCA personally intervened to block the survey. There must be more to Xylem and to Walter's friend.
She'd be right. Okay. Missile launch support for this. I am going to go with. I'll go with the missile build. I have to remember not to fire all my shoot my wad all at once. This one I think is the one supporting Carla. It's pretty straightforward. Just shoot the things.
Long time no see,
Yes.
tourist.
Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna float like a UFO, spamming missiles the entire time. One target gets one volley of missiles. Rinse, wash, repeat until done.
Combat mode.
We started without you, tourist. Get to your position.
We did arrive as scheduled. I suppose they're an eager bunch.
Not get hurt. Wow, nicely dodged.
Confirmed. First enemy wave destroyed.
We're all set, Chief. Commencing missile launch sequence. Oh yeah, you haven't met. Chatty's our systems admin. Doesn't talk much, but he knows his stuff. Anyway, no time for pleasantries. We've got coyotes to deal with. Never thought they'd end up palling around with the PCA. Smart, but not for long. Here comes the second wave. Keep the fireworks safe.
They're coming from the front left side. Intercept, Raven.
That's what I like to see, tourist. I almost pity the poor fools.
So the other reason Carla is great is she's also Mr. T. Because she does pity the fool. Well, almost. She's not quite Mr. T.
They're coming from the bridge.
Look at all those coyotes. Don't let them slip past you.
Did not die.
Feeling antsy, tourist? The anticipation's half the fun. We want our guests to enjoy this.
Third wave coming from the bridge. These machines look different.
Toy box next. One of our spicier products. Take them out first.
Missile launch sequence at 50%.
Chatty's almost ready. Don't fail us now, tourist.
They're coming from three directions at once.
You got more toy box
They do
next.
that.
Don't let any through.
We've lost one submissile.
They're
Have we
walking
now?
all over us. Do your
That's
job,
bad.
tourist.
Take that out real quick.
Looks like the bigger dogs have arrived.
Don't let it burn you.
Batter up, tourist. You've blown up a warship before, right?
Kind
You're
of
the
miffed that I
best,
lost
Daddy.
one, but
Enter,
it's
tourist.
okay.
Here come the fireworks. Enjoy, scumbags.
Tourist, there is the predicted impact point.
Let me go further than that. Okay.
Looks like I was a little off. Well, close enough is good enough for me.
Raven, they really are like fireworks.
One new message.
Chatty Stick, RAD. Thanks for helping with the fireworks show. The Chief loved working with you, so don't be a stranger. That's all I had to say. Later.
Okay. Got it pretty close. Alright, destroy Special Forces craft. I am going to hedge my bets and go with the Zims and Needles again. Because it is a very, very, very strong build, and I know what I'm doing with it. The missiles, I think I need to kind of retrain how I play the game a
From
little.
the Rubicon Liberation Front. Let's see
Not
what
that
it
they're
says.
ineffective, that setup feels very strong, but
Raven,
it's
we have a
relying
mission
more
I'd like to
on
offer
chip
you.
damage, basically, or damage over time, rather
The
than
PCA has
chunks.
deployed the Cataphracт, a special forces weapon specialized for ground combat. If we allow the corporations to seize this kind of technology, things will take a dire turn. We want you to deny them the opportunity. Destroy the weapon first.
Can I have
The
one?
Cataphracts is a moving fortress equipped with almost impenetrable armor. It incorporates a bipedal MT as its core, making it a highly versatile threat. That MT core is also its vulnerability. Focus your fire there, and it can be beaten. You're our best chance. What do you say?
So are you saying shoot it in the face? Okay. It won't be the first time, and it won't be the last. We're gonna shoot it in the face.
Seems the Liberation Front are hoping their rivals will wear each other down. They must be desperate to avoid confronting a triumphant victor.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy the PCA-SP machine, Cataphracts.
Cataphract incoming.
Code 2-3. Enemy AC confirmed. Presently exchanging fire. Priority target rifle. You got
I didn't want to go here, huh?
that leak of yours started off. Did you really think that you won't? Rubicon Corporation's playground. We have law and order under the PCA's watch.
Must be your license.
That was pathetic, honestly. I kind of wish I'd taken a tank tread build, because that was just like, I mean, you saw that,
Cataphracts has
right?
been destroyed. Mission accomplished.
That was a
Forget about
non-fight.
this Raven character. Borrowed
Road
licenses
licenses are always
trouble.
trouble. I think Raven gave me more trouble.
What are you and Walter doing here on Rubicon?
Seriously, can I have one of these, please? Thank you. I'll take 2, actually. Honestly, I'd love to play as the Ibis. I'm hoping the modding community gives that option. Because the Ibis is like laser missiles and funnels and everything. It's great. My jam.
You again. I'm a busy man, far too busy for the likes of you.
So I hear. Must be a tough time to be the Vesper's deputy commander.
Get to the point.
The plan to raid the PCA. You're going to need more pawns on the board.
Of course, you're here to hawk your services again. Very well. I'll consider that mutt of yours part of the effort.
One more thing. Show my hound some respect. Gen 4's as good a pedigree as any other.
One new message.
Raven, thank you for taking the cataphract mission. Uncle Flatwell was pleased. He called you a valuable asset. With your help, maybe we can beat the corporations and the PCA. No, we need to stand on our own 2 feet. That's how we'll win.
Honestly, I don't think they're going to win at all. I don't hold out much hope for them. Alright, so attack the old spaceport. This mission... you have to fight a lot of stuff in this mission, don't you? Oh, this is the... Which one is this? Let me watch the briefing, maybe I'll remember. Oh, this is the one where you have to kill a bunch of spaceships.
Hey there, buddy. Got a request from
This one's
Artemis for
easy.
you. Here's the briefing from my CO, who came up with the plan.
It's just an endurance contest.
This is V2 Snail. I shall brief you on the operation. You will be under my direct authority. Consider it a rare privilege. We will conduct simultaneous surprise raids on 2 planetary closure administration bases. One is the Hall of Communications base, the relay for comms between enemy squads. The second is the former Bertram spaceport, seized by the PCA for its suppression fleet. V4 Rusty will be dispatched to handle the Harlov base. His objective will be to disable their network and prevent support from PC elite squads. Raven, during this time you must destroy all the heavy warships berthed at the spaceport.
Yeah, it's a spaceship killing mission. V4 Rusty, who will have one job, will fail abjectly to do that one job, because it's Rusty. He thinks we're his buddy, and we're supposed to think he's our buddy, but he's kind of bad. Like, he's not great at this whole thing. Let me load this and make the tweaks I have to make to these builds. Just double check the FCS on this. We're not doing any... Oh, no, we have to use the Western tracking build. Okay. Fair enough. That FCS it is. Generator-wise, connected arrays, and the one I cannot. It's fine. So this is going to be about ammo economy, because there's a lot of targets, and we're just going to plink with charged rifle shots for most of them. Actually, I could... Relax. I've been wanting to give this thing a try. So you can be Parahero Gandine. Gandine. Yeah, why not? Let's go. Oh, with that though, we can change our FCS to on. So let's do that. Don't need to worry about missile lock.
If this mission succeeds,
He is named Rusty. You don't expect quality with that kind of name. It's
ignore
true.
V2's snotty attitude. Just focus on your own work.
I don't know that these guns charged will be able to one-tap the bridge on these vessels. I'm also not sure he'll get paid extra for taking out all the turrets. We'll find out. I'll try and keep an eye out.
Commence mission. Destroy all the Earth's warships.
Meow. So we're in the Batmobile.
Code 1-5. Intruder detected.
Oh wow, this thing
Sharing all
actually
base personnel.
flies.
Commencing threat evaluation.
I'm on standby near Harlow, buddy. Patch me in. I'll gauge the situation on your end before I jump in.
Meow. It's not really that fast.
Code 5. Target for termination confirmed.
Hey, buddy. Big mistake. Oh, there's somebody over here. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll go after this vessel here.
Target for termination approaching warship.
Estimated threat range 3 to 4. Contain the target.
Anything for killing turrets? No.
Hey, buddy. Taking out the relay mast. That takes care of their external comms for now.
I'm not your
Keep
buddy,
moving.
pal.
4 targets left.
So this... So ordinarily, Armored Core games do have like dedicated hover feet. In fact, that becomes an important point for certain specific missions in older Armored Core titles, where the floor is water, lava, water. And if you jump into it, you will sink and die, instantly failing the mission like a goober. But this is a one-off chassis. I don't think there are any others like this. I'll just go with charge shots. Single shots are almost killing them, but not quite. Where's the one up there? Ah. Also, I can get away with... Oh, it's stuck here. Let's fix that. I hate to waste... Oh, nice. Alright, so there's a ship over there, there's a bunch of ships over that way. I think I'm gonna go for the ship. This is definitely a different form of movement than the rest of the game has given us. shooting? Oh, there's a turret. Let's do that.
2 repair kits remaining.
First. Yeah, just charge right through all the missiles and get hit by all of them instead of trying to dodge.
Code 5. Target confirmed.
Moving to intercept.
Looks like you're doing just fine, buddy. I'm keeping them busy, but they're working fast. Don't expect the comms blackout to hold for long.
3 heavy warships to go.
I want to say there's a heavy PC in that thing. Oh, I see you on my radar.
Code 5. Intruder detected.
Red level 4. Handle it.
External comms are out. What's going on?
AP at 50%.
It's a heavy frag. You have to hit it. Alright, I'm going to approach from behind on these vessels. Partly because there's a bunch of enemies floating around. That's right. Your energy needs to recharge, bud. I do like the slow descent on this. It's an interesting compromise.
Open fire. Keep the target away.
Also can boost for days, which is very nice. Ah, shit.
AP at 30%.
I'm gonna fly up here. I know there's a bunch of enemies to. I can't get there. I'm gonna get onto. There's an elevator here somewhere. Where are you? Finally did the hard way.
warships heading your way. Hold out until I reach you. Here's the catch. Resupply while you can, 621.
I think we fight like a pair of heavy MTs on this one, and that's why it's kind of aggravating. Or do we fight an AC? I don't remember now.
Enemy detected. They're firing from above.
Code 5. Target for termination approaching.
Handle it. The main squad will be here soon.
Surprise!
Company
Stand
621 in front of the base.
Warships incoming.
This is the Planetary Closure Administration. Disengage your weapons and surrender, now. Resistance will be met with immediate termination.
Oh, there's another one.
Authorization acquired. Terminate them.
What's up with my mic? I don't know. I could have my sound balance all screwed up. Thank you for telling me. I can fix it.
Code 1-5. Target for termination sighted. Time to pay the piper.
Looks like we've got high-ranking PCA officers.
This is Rusty.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
He looks rusty.
I've got your back.
He's
buddy.
not going to be very helpful.
Hope you've got mine.
Code 4. Send me what you've got on the target.
Relaying system response. Corporate AC V4 Rubicon. Independent mercenary Raven. Data on the mercenary is being checked for discrepancy.
Raise that, fellows. That means the Corp can't afford to shoot. Report. Code 7-8. Threat level.
Code 718 received. System processing.
Easy. Easy, easy.
PCA craft destroyed. I'm picking up something. My signal marker. There's something there.
Bless the maker and his water.
It's underground.
What? What is that thing?
Shai.
Another PCA weapon?
My support response. They're so potent. It's an autonomous sea ray.
I don't know if you can actually affect it this early on. Probably not.
Wait, something's wrong.
It's changing its behavioral pattern, answering to a greater imperative. To protect the convergence.
Looks like the PCA's helped itself to the Institute's relics. 621, rest up at base. I'll come up with a plan to deal with our new friend.
Alright, if the... Oh, very nice. We profited handsomely from that. In fact, I will grab some new parts.
Here's the situation, 621. After the PCA sicked that Institute weapon on us, Arquebus and Balaam have moved to cooperate. IA-02, aka Iceworm. It's a sea weapon, an autonomous deterrent created to protect the coral. If we don't take it out, no one's going to reach the convergence. We'll have a tough fight ahead of us, and everyone's getting involved. 621. Don't forget we've got a job to do on Rubicon. I didn't bring you all the way here for nothing.
Two new messages.
Heard the news, tourist. Iceworm, huh? You just keep tripping up over the Institute's relics, don't you? Well, I got something that might interest you. Sent you a briefing.
Sorry to impose on you, Raven, but I've just sent you an urgent request. I wish we could deal with this on our own, but we've got no choice but to count on you. Take a look and see what you think.
I just realized I've been muted for the past God knows how many minutes. I have to scoot. Very nice. I've been spieling like the last 5 minutes easily. I have to scoot. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. We should be done with this next week, or done with New Game Plus on Armored Core 6 next week, because we should be able to get through the rest of Chapter 3 and then hopefully most of Chapter 4 on Monday, and then Wednesday will be the end of that run, doing the remains of Chapter 4 into Chapter 5 and the end of that particular run, and then we'll do New Game Plus Plus, which is where the game starts pulling out all the stops and actually gets challenging. So that'll be nice. I do this now Monday and Wednesday, starting at about noon Eastern Standard Time. I have other streams throughout the week. I've got a Free Read Friday stream where I read short stories and indeed entire novels aloud. Right now we're about 2/3 of the way through Behemoth Book 2, Seppuku by Peter Watts. So if you like some fairly gritty, edgy science fiction, do check that one out. Yeah. Other than that, I gotta go, so stay safe, stay sane, and be decent to each other. See you all next time. Thanks again. Bye.